It's International Fraud Awareness Week, and joining me to talk a little bit more about this is Tyler McMurtry from SGI. Tyler, thanks for taking some time to talk with me today.
Happy to be here.
So, just starting off, insurance fraud, it isn't always an elaborate plan. A lot of times it can be kind of just simple things. Can you just tell me a little bit about insurance fraud?
Sure. Insurance fraud is essentially any time you make a claim to benefits from an insurance company that you wouldn't be entitled to. In some cases, it might be exaggerating the damage from a claim, or even completely manufacturing the claim, or causing the damage yourself in an attempt to get insurance benefits. So what we want to do is just highlight the importance of, when you are dealing with an insurance company, telling the truth. It's as simple as that. If you tell the truth and you are upfront and you operate in good faith with the insurance company, you should get the benefits you are entitled to.
So, why is it so important to focus on insurance fraud? Who is hurt by it?
So it's important to remember that when somebody commits insurance fraud, it's not a company that they're hurting. It's all the other customers of that company. And in the case of SGI, when you have a provincially owned insurance company that provides auto and property insurance, the people of the people who are hurt are your friends and your neighbors here in Saskatchewan and in the other jurisdictions we do business in. It's really, insurance fraud is one of those upward pressures that we're always trying to keep our rates low for people, but insurance fraud operates against that, and does cost insurance companies money, which are ultimately, those costs are ultimately passed on to customers. We want to keep our rates as low as possible, of course.
And SGI has a special investigation unit whose task is to kind of just look and research and investigate some of these claims. Can you just tell me a little bit more about the work that they do?
Sure. So this is a team of investigators that work within SGI. They work with our claims area, and whenever there's a claim that there is, maybe something a little off about it, the SIU may be brought in to find out what the truth is. And they're really truth seekers. I mean, they're just interested in finding the truth. They're not interested in doing work to deny people the insurance benefits they're rightfully entitled to. And in fact, we're just as happy to find that people are going to entitled to the benefits that they are claiming. But sometimes we may get a tip off from a member of the public, or from people in law enforcement, or there might be just something off about the claim that's noticed by the adjuster who's handling it. So that's when SIU would be brought in.
And you mentioned at the beginning just some examples of possibly people, doing the damage themselves or inflating the damage, the price of the damage. What are some other examples of insurance fraud that companies like SGI can see?
Okay, so for example, saying you were driving impaired, or you weren't driving impaired when you were, and that's what resulted in the insurance fraud. We have actually a few examples that we've highlighted in our top 5 this year, where the driver appeared to be impaired. And of course, when you are impaired, that does invalidate your insurance coverage. And if you cause a collision, you will be personally on the hook. Your insurance company will not cover that, whether it's SGI or pretty much any other insurance company as well. Like, there are cases where somebody just inflates the amount of the damage, or the property that was stolen, if it's a theft claim, to get benefits they wouldn't otherwise be entitled to. There are cases where people cause the damage themselves.
And for people who are maybe know something about possibly some insurance fraud that is being done, what are some things that they can do to let the proper authorities know?
Well, if they think that the theft is being perpetrated against an insurance company that they know the insurance company in question, whether it's SGI or another insurance company, I'd encourage them to reach out to that insurance company and let them know. You can contact SGI either via our customer service center, or if you just go to our website and look up SIU, you can find contact information. You can email the SIU directly, siu@sgi.sk.ca, I believe is the email address off the top of my head. But there's also, if you want to report things like that anonymously, you can also go via Crime Stoppers. If you suspect it's an insurance fraud's a crime, that's another thing to keep in mind. So you can always report crime to law enforcement as well.
All right, thanks for taking some time to talk with me today, Tyler. It's good to highlight some of these issues that are going to not affect just SGI, but also taxpayers in general.
Yes, absolutely. Anybody who pays insurance premiums should have an interest in preventing insurance fraud.